Welcome back to Racing to Win. Shortly we'll preview the Hong Kong Vars, but right now the third on the card at Sha Tin Sunday. It's the Able Friend Handicap, 1200 metres Class 3. Headed by Anonyma, who draws gate 4 from Responsibly. Real Busy, Be Ready. Beauty Applause is in great form. The newcomers Flying on the Turf, Magic Supreme, and then we go down to Super Wealthy also, who carries saddlecloth number 11, just ahead of Shining Gem, who's a last start winner. Down the bottom to Diamond Brilliant and Prince of Gems. Now, Elagier and Ardenode both have been to Chunfa in the last 30 days. 1200 metres, it's a short run to the first bend, but the pace just looks moderate.
Yeah, I think it probably will be in the end with a horse like Beauty Applause. He'll roll forward from his gate of 10, and coming across with him will be Prince of Gems, because he likes to go forward as he did last time out from the Dennis Yip stable. You've got Diamond Brilliant to Elagier to be close up. Super Wealthy and also Magic Supreme have both got some speed, but they're just drawn a little awkwardly. Super Wealthy in gate number 3 shouldn't be too bad. Blotting Paper actually missed the start first up, so he could be a bit dicey.
The flashy chestnut here, Beauty Applause at the back, just doing it nice and easy here. He's in great form, this horse. Goes really nice. He's got barrier 10, but I think he can get across easy enough. So good piece of work from him leading into this. High Rise Soldier. Now, he's only had the one start, and he ran really well for a third behind Shining Gem. It was a good run from him, and he's come on from that particular race, and he goes nicely here in the morning. So he's cherry ripe going to this contest. And the one down the back straight here is Shining Gem. Now, here's the one that did win that particular that race. It goes nicely enough here, and he's come on as well. So he looks in good order. So it's a nice race, this one.
We mentioned Regency Legend at the top of the program. This is the race that he won last year. 3 debutantes. Let's start at the top, or near enough to it anyway, with Beauty Applause. He'll carry saddlecloth 4. He's 1 for 1 this season. He won 2 last season from 5. There looks still plenty of scope.
He's a 4-year-old now, and I just really think this horse has had a really good off-season. He came out and did this. I thought it won really nicely. He's a really nice type, and I think he can win again. So it was a good win from him.
I think he can win again as well. Joe will get him to the front. He'll be nicely rated, one would say. Prince of Gems will be close up with him, but he just kept kicking in this race, and he's gone on and performed at the trials recently quite nicely too.
Certainly has. Moving on to Shining Gem. As a young horse, he won a Maribyrnong Plate in Australia. It was some time ago. Acclimatisation was an issue for him in Hong Kong, but he's just coming right, and that was evident with this win. It was a solid performance, and some nice efforts too by High Rise Soldier, Be Ready.
Shining Gem last start, this was a really good win. Had to cover a little bit of ground, but let down nicely in the closing stages, and had been threatening to do this. High Rise Soldier, he was terrific first up at 50 to 1. He was only beaten 2 3/4. He was caught wide midfield, but gee, he stayed on pretty well at the inside. I'm quite keen to include him.
Yeah, no, I've definitely got him, and I thought it was a really good run. I'm going to put Be Ready in, because he didn't really get any luck there at all, and I think he's come on since that run as well.
I think Gate 1, Hugh Bowman, I'm a fan of his as well. Flying on the Turf, former Australian galloper. He was a maiden winner over 1400. He also ran second over 1000 early on in his career, and a mile winner when he got ready to be imported to Hong Kong. So he might take a run for me. Yeah,
well, he's had 3 trials, 11.58, but his trials have been pretty good. As you mentioned, Brett, I think you'll see the best of him once he gets up to a mile, but he's doing everything right at this stage.
The trial before this, he ran 3rd, and also in that trial was Extra Brute and Simply Spectacular. We know what Simply Spectacular's done, and Extra Brute ran terrifically first
He was pushed on late there, but he did respond. It's a nice little debutante ride for Chad Schofield. Super Wealthy. He ran second in his most recent trial. He had 1 run in Australia for a win.
Yep, named after you there, but he's 1,203 pounds, this horse, so he's quite a big boy. He's had the 3 trials, and he goes okay as well. I mean, he's an interesting debutant.
He actually did everything wrong in his debut run. He was slow out, raced awkwardly, head was all over the place, and then he was very green in the final stages, so it was a pretty good win in the end from him.
Quite a few lengths behind you, Paul, when it comes to that category. Beauty Applause is the likely favourite, I would have thought.
Yeah, no, I've got him on top. I think he's a really nice horse going forward, and it was a good, strong win from him last time, and he's come on since then. High Rise Soldier, he's only the 1 run. He ran nice. He's a nice recruit here into Hong Kong, as is Be Ready. And Prince of Gems, we're going to throw him in because he'll be on the pace. And if it is a pace-dominated race, he'll be right there at the finish. 4.83.14.
Beauty Applause on top for me. I think he's the horse to beat in this race. Horse number 4, 8 High Rise Soldier, 10 Shining Gem, 14 Prince of Gems. Have thrown a few in the trio there. Probably would have actually needed to include Super Wealthy, because he's in the market here at 13 to 12 to 1 at the moment. So 4 on top for me.